Time to talk some football now with a Super Bowl winning quarterback and, of course, a former MVP as well. Kurt Warner, people might forget, also a former Giant here.
Yeah, for a little bit.
For a little bit.
Not for very long.
All right. Well, let's talk about your team here because I thought it was interesting. Eli Manning led the league in picks, had 27 last season. You were quoted as saying you thought he tried too much. Why?
Well, I don't know if it's tried too much. I just think he's a guy, and I think most great quarterbacks are those guys when things start to fall apart around you, they kind of just say, all right, give me the ball, I'll salvage this thing. And I feel like I have to make every play, and I'll go do that. And that's the kind of guy Eli was, is that, you know, there was a lot of issues going on defensively. They were struggling to protect him. Some of the receivers were struggling, and it just looked like he's like, okay, even though all this stuff is going on around me, I'll find a way to get it done. And, you know, so he kept chunking away and kept throwing the ball and kept attacking, and just a bunch of things went against him.
Seems like quarterback is always a topic, a subject, especially with the Jets, the other team in town in this city. Geno Smith had a rookie year, up and down year, played well towards the end, but they signed Mike Vick.
Right.
And even John Izek, their general manager, said, hey, we're going to let this thing play out. So what does that really say about what they think about Geno Smith with him going to get Mike Vick?
Again, I think a tough situation because I don't think they had many pieces around Geno Smith last year. So he was asked to do a lot for a rookie quarterback. I think we saw times where he did some really good things, made some impressive throws that make you say, wow, this guy's got a chance. But then he also pressed a lot, or there was times where it didn't seem like he knew what he was looking at, which, again, a lot of rookies go through, but it's just accentuated a little bit when you don't have a very good team around you.
Since you know the position so well, let me have you play GM. Who would you start?
If a team's not very good, I go with the veteran quarterback because I think it's always easier to make the move to the young guy if the veteran hasn't played well. If you've got the rookie in there and you're going to pull him out and start somebody else, a lot of times that's you saying, okay, we're done with this guy for good. Of
course, the NFL draft is just a little over a month away. So many big names in this quarterback class here. Again, you playing GM. If you were going to choose one of these quarterbacks, which one would you choose and why?
You know, I said earlier, on film, I thought Teddy Bridgewater was the most solid quarterback. Plays in a pro system, really good inside the pocket, good presence inside the pocket when things happened around him. But there's just something about Johnny Manziel that intrigues me. I think he's a guy, a competitive nature. You talk to everybody that's around him, his coaches say he's an unbelievable competitor. That he works hard, that he's a good leader. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, which is never a bad thing for a quarterback that's coming out that wants to prove something. So I'm thinking if I'm a GM and I got to take a shot on one of these guys, I'm probably going with Johnny Manziel.